What is generative AI and how does it work? Generative AI is not new. Mirella Lapata emphasizes that generative AI, though currently popular, has been around for years. Examples include tools like Google Translate, 2006, and Siri, 2011, which generate responses and translations based on input data. These early tools used basic language models compared to today's advanced systems like ChatGPT. What changed recently? Significant advancements in computing power, data availability, and algorithmic improvements have accelerated AI capabilities. The development of large language models, LLMs, such as GPT-3 and GPT-4 has allowed AI to create human-like text, images, and more. How LLMs work? Generative AI relies on deep learning techniques, particularly neural networks, to analyze and predict text or patterns. LLMs are trained on massive datasets, where they learn to predict the next word or token in a sequence based on statistical probabilities. Capabilities and limits. LLMs can perform impressive tasks, including text generation, answering questions, and code creation. However, they are not perfect. They can produce biased, inaccurate, or unpredictable outputs, and their fairness depends on the data they are trained on. Impact on society. Mirella discusses the societal implications of generative AI, such as automation of jobs, ethical concerns, and the potential misuse of AI-generated content. She highlights the need for responsible development to ensure AI meets human needs without harmful consequences. Future outlook. Mirella explores the ongoing evolution of AI, addressing questions about its limits and potential. She emphasizes that AI is a tool to assist humans, rather than an existential threat, as long as it's used responsibly. For more details, you can explore the Royal Institution website or related summaries of the lecture. 4OU said, please write a comprehensive, engaging and explaining article for beginners for full understanding of above one. Please discuss all main points in detail. ChatGPT said. ChatGPT Understanding Generative AI. A Beginner's Guide. Generative AI is one of the most exciting developments in technology today, but for many beginners, it can seem complex and mysterious. This article breaks down what generative AI is, how it works, and why it has become a game changer in recent years. We'll explore its origins, current capabilities, societal impacts, and where it might be headed in the future. 1. What is generative AI? At its core, generative AI refers to a branch of artificial intelligence that can generate new content, such as text, images, music, and even videos, based on patterns it has learned from existing data. Unlike traditional AI systems that are designed for specific tasks, like calculating or recognizing patterns, generative AI is creative in nature. Examples include text generation. Tools like ChatGPT write human-like essays, emails, and stories. Image generation. Platforms like DALL-E create original visuals based on prompts. Speech synthesis. AI can replicate human voices or create entirely new ones. Think of generative AI as a highly skilled mimic. It doesn't think, as humans do, but can predict what content would look or sound like based on past examples. 2. Generative AI isn't new, so what changed? Surprisingly, generative AI has been around for years. Here are two classic examples. Google Translate. Launched in 2006, it uses machine learning to translate languages. Siri and Alexa, voice assistants, introduced around 2011, generate responses to your questions or commands. So why the sudden buzz? Recent advancements have made generative AI much more powerful. Better algorithms, improvements in deep learning, particularly with neural networks, allow AI to learn complex relationships in data. More data. The internet has provided massive datasets that AI models can learn from. Increased computing power. Modern computers can handle billions of calculations required to train and run large AI models. This has led to tools like GPT, Generative Pre-trained Transformer, capable of producing text that feels like it's written by humans. These advancements make generative AI far more versatile and accessible than ever before. 3. How does generative AI work? Generative AI relies on large language models, LLMs, and deep learning techniques to function. Here's a simplified breakdown. Training on data. Generative AI systems are trained on vast datasets, books, articles, websites, images, and more. During training, they look for patterns and relationships within the data. For instance, when predicting the next word in a sentence, the AI calculates probabilities. Given the words, "I like to drink," it might predict coffee or tea based on its training. Neural networks. These models use a type of AI system called a neural network, which is inspired by the human brain. Neural networks consist of multiple layers that process and refine information. Generating new content. Once trained, the AI can generate content by making predictions. For text, it guesses one word at a time. For images, it draws pixels based on descriptions. For example, if you prompt an AI with, "Write a poem about the ocean," it generates a poem by statistically predicting what words should follow one another. 4. Capabilities and limits of generative AI. What can generative AI do? Text generation, writing essays, creating poems, composing emails, and more. Image and art creation, generating unique visuals from descriptions. Code writing, assisting programmers by generating code snippets. Speech synthesis, creating realistic human voices for audiobooks or assistants. Music and video, composing music or generating video content. Generative AI's versatility makes it useful for students, professionals, and creatives alike. Where it falls short. Generative AI has limitations. Accuracy issues. It doesn't understand content but predicts based on patterns. This can result in factual inaccuracies or hallucinations, AI generating false information confidently. Bias. AI models learn from existing data, which may contain biases. This can lead to unfair or stereotypical outputs. Unpredictability. Scaling up AI can have unexpected effects, such as outputs that are overly complex or nonsensical. While generative AI is impressive, it's still a tool, not a replacement for human understanding. 5. The societal impact of generative AI. Generative AI is transforming society in both positive and challenging ways. Benefits. Automation and productivity. AI helps automate tasks like content creation, saving time for humans. Creativity boost. It assists artists, writers, and musicians by offering inspiration or completing creative works. Accessibility. Tools like speech synthesis help people with disabilities access content in new ways. Challenges. Job displacement. Automation may reduce the need for human workers in certain industries. Misinformation. Generative AI can be misused to create fake news, deepfakes, or misleading content. Ethical concerns. Issues like plagiarism, data privacy, and ownership of AI-generated content are still unresolved. The need for responsible AI. Mirella Lapata and other experts emphasize that AI should be developed and used responsibly. This includes addressing biases in training data, building safeguards against misuse, ensuring AI serves human needs rather than causing harm. 6. The future of generative AI. Generative AI will continue to evolve, and its applications are limitless. However, questions remain. How good can AI become? As models scale, their capabilities grow, but so do challenges. Will AI replace humans? Most experts, including Lapata, argue that AI is a tool to assist humans rather than replace them entirely. What are the risks? Misuse of AI for harmful purposes, if left unchecked, could become a serious issue. The future depends on balancing innovation with ethical responsibility. Conclusion. A tool, not a threat. Generative AI is not magic. It's the result of advanced mathematics, deep learning, and massive datasets. While it can generate impressive content, it lacks true understanding or intent. As Mirella Lapata puts it, generative AI is a powerful tool, one that humans must guide and use thoughtfully. For beginners, understanding generative AI opens the door to endless possibilities. Whether you're curious about AI-powered tools like ChatGPT or simply want to stay informed about technology's role in society, learning about generative AI is a great place to start. Want to learn more? Explore the lecture, "What is Generative AI and How Does It Work?" by Mirella Lapata via the Royal Institution's resources or watch summaries on YouTube for deeper insights.